Cindy in the kitchen, Cindy.
Thanks very much, you two. Hey, remember when making bread used to be an all-day affair? Jeff Hertzberg is the author of Healthy Bread in 5 Minutes a Day, and he is here in the daytime kitchen, and he tells us that you can really make bread quickly at home, right, Jeff?
That's right.
I don't believe you.
It's true. We're talking about the active time only, and in the second book, Healthy Bread in 5 Minutes a Day, we used whole grains, which all of our readers on artisanbreadin5.com were telling us they wanted. You wrote artisan bread in 5 minutes a day. How about doing the same thing with whole grains?
How about it? Because it's so much healthier.
So this is 5½ cups of whole wheat flour, 2 cups of all-purpose, and then there's a bunch of other ingredients, but not much: salt, yeast, and vital wheat gluten, which you have to use if you're going to use a lot of whole grains. So I'm going to just dump that in there. Same method as the first book, 1.5 tablespoons or less of, you can use a tablespoon of yeast and salt. Mix it around. I usually remember to bring a wire whisk, but a spoon works just as well.
Great.
Just to get the vital wheat gluten all in there. 4 cups of water all at once. Just dump it all in.
Now you're going to get a workout, right, Jeff?
And now not much of a workout because it's a very wet dough. It's kind of hard to see from there.
I have to ask you how you became such a bread expert.
I was obsessed with it since I was a kid. And when I was in medical school, I started to bake. And after medical school, my wife taught me how to really do it.
Oh, wow. I've been obsessed with bread as well, but not enough to learn how to make it, just to eat it.
Well, this really is it. This now sits on the counter for 2 hours about.
Oh, so it's really 5 minutes for it to actually do something, rise, right?
Right.
Okay.
But 5 minutes was to just get everything mixed. This is going to make 4 loaves of bread. So everything I did actively gets divided by that.
I got
This sits on the counter for 2 hours. Then, through the miracle of television, we have one in the refrigerator.
Now, that's been on there for 2 hours, and then when did it go in the refrigerator?
Anytime after 2 hours, it can go in the fridge. Then for 2 weeks, it can store in the fridge.
Now, that's the key, right? Putting it in the fridge.
If you don't put it in the fridge, you're not going to save the time because it isn't ready. And you can see I've got a very wet, sort of loose dough that most people would say is too wet, but it isn't.
It isn't.
So I'm going to sprinkle some flour on it, pull out a piece, and cut it off.
Oh,
I do this every day or even twice a day.
How much bread do you go through?
I eat a lot of bread.
And look at you. You're not. A lot of people think if they eat a lot of bread, they're just going to get huge.
It's a myth. It's how much you eat total.
Well, you eat a lot.
I eat a lot of bread. Well, I eat less of something else.
Aha, okay,
so I'm going to
understand.
flatten this out. You know, it's getting to be summer now.
Yes.
And so a lot of people don't want to heat up their ovens in the house. So they can make pizza and flatbread right on the grill outside. That's what I'm going to do.
How wonderful.
How badly do I want to throw this up in the air if I'm going to make pizza?
Go for it.
All right. First, I'm going to roll it out a bit.
What do you put on your bread, Jeff? Do you put a load of butter like I do? Or?
I put butter or olive oil or pizza toppings. So you get it like this in each hand. I could make a pita bread out of this or a pizza.
Oh, you're good.
So we'll do that. I got flour on us. I'm sorry.
You keep doing that because I see a challenge coming up.
Okay, go ahead. You do it.
I think if you put a little of this on your hands, right?
Right. Put it on your hands and go ahead. Put it on.
Oops.
That's
oh,
okay.
that was that.
Just take the whole lump.
Okay.
Okay. Now just go ahead and do it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do while you're doing that is I'm going to get it on a pizza peel like this. And if you feel like making just a pita bread, not a pizza, you can just make a sesame pita today. So I'm going to paint some water on it with a pastry brush.
Paint a little water on it.
And just sesame seeds are what I like on that one. And then I have got a hot grill going outside.
Nice.
And I'm
just your regular barbecue.
Just an ordinary guy coming home from work. And I put it out here. I stretch it out on the grill. 3 minutes on a side on medium. Depends on your grill how long you need. And then flip it.
And that's it?
With a closed top. Gas grill is much easier to do than anything else. So you're getting there. Use more flour.
Okay,
use more flour.
I've got this.
Use lots of flour because it's a very wet dough.
You're right, it is. It is a wet dough.
The flatbreads we make are the fastest thing we have, though, because they don't need any rise time. If we were making one of the ones we've got out here, those have got to sit for 90 minutes, and that doesn't count in the 5 minutes a day either.
Does not count, just the flatbread.
And what you can do now, if it's sticking to the table, is use that scraper, get under it. Good. And now drape it over your arm.
Drape it over my arm.
Okay. This is pretty good, actually. It's actually
hungry. And throw it. Oh, no, Jeff. Yeah, I'm going to need to have an apprentice. I'm going to have to just
we can fix this.
watch you closely. So I've cooked that 5 minutes. We're good. We put something healthy on it.
That's right.
And we've got a wonderful lunch.
That's right.
Or dinner.
It's a pocket bread.
It's beautiful. Jeff,
Thank you.
healthy. His book is Healthy Bread in 5 Minutes a Day, as well as his first book, Artisan Bread in 5 Minutes a Day. See how easy that was? Those 2 books are available in stores now. Jeff, thank you.
Thank you,
I can't wait to
Cindy.
get into that. Coming up, do your kids suffer from ear infections? Remedies are on the way with the herbal pharmacist. Stay tuned. Looking pretty good, I think.
It's looking really good.